With me today is a 1996 Toyota Land Cruiser, also known as the FJ80. Now this belongs to my brother-in-law. It is over 20 years old. It has 175,000 miles on the clock, yet it's going strong. And since he's bought this, he's only done a few things. A 2-inch lift kit, all-terrain 33-inch tires, and that snorkel over there, and that is pretty much it. And he plans on keeping this and driving it for another 175,000 miles. But today, rather than do my usual reviews, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of ins and outs of this Land Cruiser, but mostly spend the time on this dirt road that I found. It's full of mud, full of water. It gets pretty hairy, and we're going to see how this Land Cruiser does on the dirt road. So stay tuned. This is the perfect trail, and it just so happened it rained for the last 3 days, so today is nice and sunny, and we get to have all this water on this trail, and it's perfect. This is why you need ground clearance. This is probably, I would say, as tall as at least getting in, it's about as tall as a full-size truck. So I would say ground clearance, probably with a 2-inch lift kit and the bigger tires, probably 11 to 12 inches, and it's definitely needed right now. A lot of these trails with water, it doesn't look very deep until you go in it. And we're in a good 6, 7, 8 inches. And right now, Land Cruiser FJ80 is handling everything. Nowhere close of getting stuck. I'm not sure if my Ridgeline could do this. Probably not. And that's why I'm filming in this. Oh, I'm probably going a little too fast. Let me slow it down a little bit. So far, so good. Nothing is stopping this Land Cruiser. There's a little hill over here. Oh, yeah, that's all water. We don't want to go in there. Looks like we need a more challenging course. Oh, jeez. There's really two types of fun that you could have in a car. One is driving fast on a course or on the street, you know, and the second type is to go off-roading. I mean, honestly, this is nice and slow, but it is rewarding, and it's definitely putting a smile on my face. This is fun. So this is the end result. As you can see, I had a lot of fun tackling that dirt trail. Now, before I go on the road, I want to give you guys a few facts and tidbits about this Land Cruiser. It is designated FJ80. It is a 1996 Toyota Land Cruiser, and it shares pretty much the same identical platform and sheet metal and engine transmission as the Lexus LX450. Besides a few cosmetic changes and the suspension being a little bit different, they are pretty much identical. And they both have a 4.5 liter 6-cylinder under the hood. That's right, it's a 6-cylinder, 4.5 liters, and it pushes out 212 horsepower. And I'm going to see how that is on the roads today. Before I go on the road, let me show you a little bit about the inside and the comforts of it, and then let's go for a ride. This is a two-step process. First, you open up the top, then you open up the bottom, like so. And you can see plenty of room. Right now, the third row is unique. It is not something you fold up or fold down. It's actually folded to the side. So you do have to release a couple of straps over here to make it go down. Let me show you what that looks like. First, there's a strap with a hanger. So you got to loosen the strap a bit. Okay, then you can release the hanger. Then the seat folds down, right? And then you can pull it up. So that's how it works. Pull this back up. There's a lever on the side here. It goes down, then up, and then you hang this, and then you tighten the strap. Voila. Now I'm in the second row, and you can see not the most spacious SUV out there, although I do fit. I'm 5'10", but some of the compact SUVs out there now offer more legroom, and you can't move the seat back. This is it, and this is my driving position. There's plenty of headroom, plenty of shoulder room. It's just the leg room is kind of narrow. Actually a little bit under 175,000 miles, but this is actually just considered breaking it in on this car. If you move over here, looks pretty dated. You got a lot of buttons. You got a, you got a cassette player, so it kind of shows you the age. Cup holder. This is the center differential lock. Climate control over here, radio over here, a standard shifter, of course. It is a 4-speed. You got high, neutral, low, which is really hard to switch in between, but it does work. You just gotta give it some force, and you got a power, which holds the gears higher, which holds the gears longer, and second, which is for snow mode, but this is really not an issue in this car. This looks like a car from the 90s, okay? And you do have a sunroof that is full of mud now too. All right guys, behind the wheel, I'm just going straight on a nice flat road, going about 40 miles per hour, and so far the ride is really good. Now, besides just a few squeaks, maybe a little rattle, but not even really. I mean, this ride is phenomenal for a 20-year-old SUV. And that goes into the comfort part that I was talking about, right? The utility is definitely there. It's an SUV, full-size SUV. You could fit a family of 7 if you wanted to. The trunk is there, right? Definitely has the off-road capabilities. And on road, it's quite nice. Okay, let me take this corner. A ton of body roll, granted. You are going to be, moving to the side when you make a corner, but still, it's a very comfortable ride. Now, because it has 212 horsepower, okay, it's not fast. It's not fast by any means, okay? If you're flooring it 0 to 60, it's probably gonna take 20 years, okay? But once you get up to speed, once you're up to 50, 60 miles per hour, it'll keep up, plenty of torque. Now, in terms of steering wheel is quite loose, okay? It's not centered. It's a little bit to the left, and it feels very loose. In terms of brakes, feels normal, pretty linear. AC working perfectly. It is blowing nice and cold, so that's not a problem. Visibility is good besides the mud everywhere. And I just drove past the Raptor, and he's probably jealous from all the mud on here. A mint condition FJ80 with low miles and has all the locking differentials that one would ever want to go off-roading. They could go as high as 20,000. Now this one has no rust. My brother-in-law picked this up about a year and a half ago. No rust whatsoever on the outside, which is rare, right? And everything is working. Nothing is broken, and he only picked it up for $3,000. 170. Actually, when he picked it up, it was around 160,000 miles. Now it's 173, as you guys saw. But you could put another 100, another 173, another 200,000 miles on here with little problem, which is why Land Cruisers go for so much. Those of you guys are looking at Land Cruisers, the brand new one 2019 from Toyota, they're going for $80, $90, $100,000 fully configured. And one might wonder why. You know, why would anyone pick this up? Well, this is the reason, because after you buy one, you could drive it for decades, okay? Maybe half your lifetime, maybe your entire lifetime, and do very little work on it besides maintenance. This one also has a timing chain, which is nice. Now, the newer one, which I'm not sure what the designation is, like the LX450s and the newer Land Cruisers, they changed to the 4.7 liter, okay, engine, the 4.7 liter V8, which unfortunately uses a timing belt. And also it loses the solid front axle, which a lot of people are looking for. So that is the reason why the FJ80s are so coveted and why so many people are looking for it, because the new ones are just not quite as good, although they're still very capable. Normally I do the good and bad and the ugly on my reviews, but not today, because this is a different type of video. I really wanted to show you guys what a bargain this FJ80 was. My brother-in-law, he enjoys it, and those of you guys that are looking for something affordable to go off-roading with, or maybe just something affordable that you want to carry yourself or the family around, right? Or maybe as a spare car or something for your kids, this is something you guys should consider. It's actually really comfortable. The utility there, practicality there, obviously it's affordable, and you know that it can handle any kind of dirt trails you might want to tackle in the future. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Take care. Bye-bye.